I'm back with another product review to share with you. Today we're looking at the Effydesk Walkingpad. So when I was first introduced to the idea of exercising at the desk, I have many question marks. Can you really walk and work at the same time? Is it intense enough to be considered exercising? And does the movement influence my typing or using the mouse? Is it very loud? Can I lose some weight? I think many of you are probably wondering about the same things that I did. So I tested out this walking pad from Effydesk for a month now, and I'm excited to tell you that I think this idea is brilliant. I'm ready to share my personal experience with you, and hopefully it helps you too. So first of all, can you really walk and work at the same time? Well, the answer is yes, but it did take me a little time to get used to it. So the first couple of times I used the walking pad at the desk, I was a little distracted from having to move my legs at all times. But it only took maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. My legs kind of turned themselves into like this autopilot walking mode. So I was able to start to reply to emails and do some research with no problem. And before I knew it, half hour was gone already. And I can easily walk kilometers throughout the day before I realize it. So the more I used it, the sooner I got to the autopilot walking state. And so I started tuning out the fact that I had to constantly move while working at the desk. The motor itself is also pretty quiet, but it is the noise from the footsteps that is most noticeable. In most cases, I can easily tune out the sound of the footsteps of my own footsteps. But if I need to listen to something like very carefully in details at the computer, I would need to stop the walking pad first. But in general, it isn't much of a problem for me. And so let me explain a little bit about my lifestyle. If you didn't know, I'm a pianist. I spend a lot of time sitting down, whether it's at the piano practicing, teaching, or working at the computer. I sit a lot actually. It has been on my mind to exercise on a regular basis, but I I just find it hard to do in my routine. If I get busy, I tend to just prioritize my work. And maybe you're also in the same boat as me where you want to exercise but find it very hard to dedicate a fixed time on a regular basis for it. So also, I like maximizing efficiency. So I like doing like multiple things at the same time, basically as much as I can achieve in the shortest possible time. So being able to work at the desk and walk at the same time, I think it's just brilliant. So I have noticed that since I started using Effydesk Walkingpad, I have been sleeping better and deeper. I used to have trouble falling asleep, modern days everyone's so stressed, or I have shallow sleeps. And when I woke up, I often still felt very tired. So after I started using the walking pad for a few days, I noticed that I could fall asleep almost right away at nights, and I would sleep better throughout the nights. And I think because of that, I felt more recharged and more energetic when I wake up in the morning. And that was something unexpected from using the walking pad. So is it intense enough to be considered exercising just by walking at the desk? Well, I don't know what your definition is, but I'll share. So I often end up sweating a lot after walking. So mind you, I find 4 kilometers per hour comfortably fast for me to work at the desk. And at that speed, I get warmed up in about 15 minutes in the fall and winter time. And then I become sweaty soon after. So I think it does work you up. And actually, a bonus thing is that I lost about a kilogram after a month of using this walking pad. I wasn't really looking to lose weight. I was curious about it, but this was like a bonus from the results. It's more like a proof of something is working to help with my metabolism. And I think my waist and legs are more toned as well. I gained some weight during the pandemic, so my clothes were starting to feel a little tight. So I was happy to find that I could easily fit in my clothes again. So one of the biggest things for me about a treadmill or walking pad is their safety features. I personally really like that this model has the handrail. In case of emergency, you can hold on to it and It also has the emergency string that you can attach to you. So in a case, if you fall, then the string will unplug and then the walking pad will stop immediately. And so I think that's really, really important when it comes to safety for a machine like this. And the walking pad has a walking mode and a running mode. So, but you can only use the running mode when the handrail is up. Otherwise, you can only use the walking mode, which means that you can only walk no faster than 3 kilometers per hour. But this can be changed in the app, so you can raise it if you want to be able to have a faster limits. Yeah, but it's nice to know that you won't go too fast by accident when the handrail is down. Speaking of the app, I want to share my experience using the app. The app is very straightforward and it gives you full control of your walking pad. So it connects to the walking pad by Bluetooth and it saves all the data so you can view things like the time you've walked, the distance, the calories burned, etc. So things like that. One thing I really like is that sometimes I don't have my phone with me and I use the remotes that came with the walking pad to operate controls is instead. So I still would like to have the data from that walk, and the walking pad will actually save the walking data. And the next time you connect it with the app, it'll sync all the data so you don't lose your walking data just because you don't have your phone around. The Effydesk Walking Pad has two modes, the manual mode and the automatic mode. The manual mode means that you can set your own speed and it'll stay at that constant speed when you walk. And if you needed to go faster or slower, you will need to use either the remote or your phone to change the speed. The automatic mode is that walking at the front of the walking pad will increase the speed. The middle section will stay at that speed, and then the back section of the pad will decrease the speed. So this way you don't really need the remote to change the speed. It adapts to your walking. This needs a little practicing, so make sure the first time you try the automatic mode, you have the handrail up. I personally don't really use this mode because of the space I have at the office. I can't really walk to the front of the walking pad, so I can't increase the speed. But I'm happy with the manual mode. I keep the remote on my desk and I can easily change the speed that I want to. And then once I get to that speed, I just stay constant and it's easier to become autopilot that way anyway. So another design feature that I like is how the standby button is on the walking pad. So often when I'm done, I just use my foot to turn it off. Yeah, talking about how lazy I am. The walking pad is compact and space saving. It's quite easy to fold in half actually and to store. It's heavy, but the wheels make it easy to move around on the same floor. Now, I don't really recommend that you move it regularly to different floors if you have a house because it's actually very heavy. But one thing to note is that it's much easier to wheel around on the floor than the carpet. So yeah, I like leaving it here because it forces me to use it and not be lazy and sit in the chair because as much as you know how lazy I am, I'm not gonna keep moving this away and put my chair back every day. So leaving it here actually sort of makes me use it and therefore making me exercise. Yeah. So if you are like me, you put it on the carpet. The belts can rub against your carpet. Very low pile is probably okay, but I recommend that you use a pad underneath. I have very low pile, so you know, in general, it's fine. Yeah. So lastly, I want to talk about Effydesk's customer service. It's a word that's really hard to say. If you watch some of my latest review videos, you probably already know that I got my sit and stand desk from Effydesk as well. I had to contact their customer service regarding a part that was having trouble in the desk, and then they replied right away asking for more details, and then they sent me a replacement parts right away. So here's what I think. I think all motorized things will wear down and break one day. And so having a good customer service and warranty is just as important for me when I purchase something. Now with Effydesk, they have a 30-day free trial period and a 5-year warranty on the walking pad. And from my previous experience with Effydesk, I know that they care about their customers a lot. So I'm quite confident in that part. And I just thought I'd share that with you.
If you're interested in the Effydesk Walking Pad, feel free to use my discount code here. I hope this helps a little.
So I hope this helps anyone who is looking for a walking pad or treadmill for exercising while working, or anyone who is curious about what it feels like and wondering, can you really do the two things at once? I wasn't sure if it could work before I tried it, but now I think this is a brilliant idea. I can take care of my work and health at the same time, finally. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like today's video, please click like and subscribe, and I will see you later.